Today I wanted to share with you an inexpensive way to keep your teeth super healthy and white. This is especially beneficial if you are a coffee, tea, or red wine drinker like I am, and you don't have to break the bank or use any of those super sensitizing products on your teeth to get your teeth looking white and healthy. And the number one thing that I always tell people is you need to get a really good toothbrush. Now, I'm not saying you need to spend a lot of money on a good toothbrush. This toothbrush, I think I paid like 20 bucks for it on Amazon. I have 2 of these. I have talked about it in depth over the past few years because I am obsessed with this toothbrush. And I don't use the term obsessed that often, but this is a toothbrush that pretty much is a complete dupe for those super expensive $100, $200, and some $300 Sonic toothbrushes that are on the market. This has a bunch of different settings, so if you like it a little more gentle or if you like it more intense, pulsating, whatever you like, you can set it when you turn it on. This also doesn't have a battery and you don't have to stick it on your sink on a charger every single day. I do not like seeing anything on my sink. I like maybe a plant and a candle, but I do not have stuff all over a sink. This one you can just plug it in, charge it on your computer, or if your wall has that little jack to charge it. And I've had this toothbrush for almost 3 years, and I think I've only had to charge it 4, maybe 5 times at the most. This thing will hold a charge for months and months and months. I'm not sure what it costs now, but like I said, I paid about $20 or $21 for it. It might be around 25 somewhere now, but it's still super inexpensive compared to the expensive ones on the market. But this also comes with a carrying case, and it doesn't just come with one brush head that you can pop on and off. This comes with, I think, 8 different brush heads. But the one thing that is super phenomenal that I absolutely love is this brush head. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like. Is this kind of pointy brush head that it comes with. And this one I use about once a week. I will take my zoom in mirror, this is a 10 times magnification mirror, and I will put this little pokey tip on here, and I will look in the mirror and I get inside every little crack and crevice inside the gums. I will use this to do pretty much like the type of cleaning that you would get done at a dental office. Before I started using this toothbrush, I did have a couple cavities, but ever since I've used this toothbrush, I have not gotten a single cavity at all. To me, I get the best clean, but not just clean. Using this toothbrush really helps to keep the stains off of my teeth. And I drink coffee every morning. I love black tea. I also drink red wine. Those things can really stain your teeth. So using a Sonic toothbrush, if you don't do anything else, if you're just using a regular basic manual toothbrush, I'm telling you, get one of these, start on the lowest setting. Don't, go crazy and use the highest setting, right away. But start on the lowest setting. I'm telling you, you are gonna be blown away with, number one, how your teeth feel. You feel every day like you just stepped out of the dentist office. Your teeth feel that amazing, but you don't get staining on your teeth and your teeth will stay healthy and white. So this is the number one thing that when people keep saying, what are you doing for your teeth? Why are your teeth so white? It's this Sonic toothbrush. It is phenomenal. And you don't have to spend a ton of money. I will link this one down below, the one that I get on Amazon. So if you're interested, you can check it out and see if it's something that would work for you. The other thing a lot of people ask me is, well, what toothpaste are you using? Are you using a special toothpaste? I am still over here in Uruguay right now, so I ran out of my toothpaste that I brought from the United States, but they, pretty much have the same toothpastes over here. So I just picked this one up. This is not one that I'm recommending or saying you have to go try it. To me, it's just a basic toothpaste. But the one toothpaste that I love, that I do feel like makes a difference and you don't have to do anything crazy or special, you just brush your teeth, is this one. I'm gonna pop it up here. This is one that I use, probably I rotate every other time I buy a toothpaste. I don't think that you should use this one every, all the time, but I do think that this is a great toothpaste and it does really help to remove those surface stains without doing anything crazy or causing any sensitivity or irritation. And then if I do have any sensitivity, I will get something like this by like Sensodyne or Sensodyne, however you say it. And then that can also help with the sensitivity. Another tip that I think is probably the most important, more important probably than brushing, is flossing our teeth. Now I usually just use regular dental floss, but these little ones come in handy for travel. I just feel like they're kind of a lot, you know, a lot of waste with all this plastic, but you know, sometimes when we travel, I like to use these, or I'll keep 1 or 2 in my purse, you know, so if you have to sneak in the bathroom after dinner somewhere, you know, so you're not like picking in your teeth to get that chicken out, these really come in handy. But not just flossing your teeth. Hopefully all of us are flossing every single day. Sometimes I might miss a day flossing, but for the most part, I do floss every single day. But one little trick, if you've tried every whitening product and you notice that in between your teeth, you still see some staining, take your toothpaste and put that on the dental floss here, or dip this in either some hydrogen peroxide or some type of a whitening toothpaste, whatever works for you. But every time you floss, just put that on the floss and then you're pushing that up in between. Sometimes I'll just take a little toothpaste, rub it all over my teeth, and then I'll floss. And that's pushing that toothpaste up in between the teeth, so that this way I never have any staining or anything like that in my teeth. Or like I said, dip it in some hydrogen peroxide. When we were kids growing up, you know, we didn't have a ton of money. My parents were very hard workers, but we did go to the dentist, but we didn't go to the dentist and get our teeth whitened or anything like that. But you know, my dad always said, just get out some baking soda and peroxide, and probably once a month, that's what we did brushing our teeth as kids, you know, in between our daily, twice a day or 3 times a day using regular toothpaste. But I will say that when I was younger, my teeth stayed really white from brushing with baking soda and peroxide. Now that can be really harsh on your enamel, and that actually stripped a lot of my enamel since I started doing it a little too often. So that is not something I recommend that you do on a regular basis. But if you just want that really deep clean and you want to really make your teeth feel good and clean inside the gums, mix a little bit of hydrogen peroxide in baking soda, and that works really, really well. But of course, I would ask your dentist before you try any of these little tips and tricks that I do, because you know, we don't all have the same teeth, we don't all have the same gum health, and I don't want to tell you to try something that works for me that potentially could irritate, you know, your teeth or your gums. But that's just a little trick that we did growing up. One other thing I wanted to quickly mention, not only do I floss my teeth, but I also use a tongue scraper. I mean, it's kind of gross, but in the morning, I don't like to brush my teeth before I have coffee or breakfast. I don't know, I don't want to ruin the flavor of everything. Not to mention, I want to keep, you know, whatever gunk is on my teeth when I drink my coffee kind of as a protective coating. I don't want to brush them and now have them more porous and then they kind of soak up the staining from the coffee. So in the morning, you know, if I'm trying to be, you know, close to my husband, or if I don't want to be breathing my hot breath on anybody, I will just use a tongue scraper, because actually most of the time if you are dealing with bad breath, it could potentially be because you are not flossing your teeth daily, but that bacteria on our tongue is something we should be taking off. Now, I always brush my tongue really, really well with my toothbrush already, but using a tongue scraper gently on your tongue, it can really help if you're dealing with any bad breath issues, or you know, maybe if you're just not, you know, your oral health is just not on point. Try adding in a tongue scraper. It will also kind of help you, like food and things seem to taste better. So you know, these are really cheap. I get these on Amazon as well. Another little trick, if you are a red wine drinker, before you drink the red wine, get some cheese and bite into it and make sure it kind of coats all of your teeth. And that kind of leaves like a coating so that that red wine can't penetrate your teeth. It actually works. When my husband and I would go on cruises, since I've married him and he went on a whole lot more cruises before I did, we are Diamond Plus on Royal Caribbean. We haven't been on a cruise in ages because of, you know, COVID. But we used to always get like happy hour stuff before dinner. And so I would always make sure that I bite on a piece of cheese and like really rub it and get it down into the crevices of my teeth. I mean, it probably looked ridiculous if anybody saw me, but I would make sure I would do that so that I could sip on a glass of red wine and not have to deal with any staining afterwards. Now, if you're like, I just need something that's gonna really take staining off and you really wanna use some type of a whitening product, I wouldn't spend a ton of money going to the dentist to get it done. The best type of at-home whitening that I've ever used are just Crest white strips, or these are some that we brought here to Uruguay because my husband, he wanted to use these. Now, I've used these a few times. I used to use these when I was in my 20s. I can't use them as much now because it does cause sensitivity for me. Maybe once a year, I won't even use a box. I'll use like 1 or 2 of them because my teeth stay fairly, you know, white throughout the year. I'm not trying to get, you know, fluorescent white, crazy blinding white teeth. White strips or any off-brand ones. I mean, probably the dollar store has them. I'll link some from Amazon, but these do work really well. However, if you're like me and you get that sensitivity, what my dentist said to do, he said, if you deal with that sensitivity, number 1, get like a Sensodyne or Sensodyne, however you call it, one of those types of toothpaste that will help with sensitive teeth. But he said, if you do want to use white strips or, you know, get your teeth whitened, get some of that, what is it, Act fluoride rinse, and swish that in your mouth because that fluoride will help prevent some of that sensitivity. And then the other little trick that he told me, get some of those dental trays. You know, you can get some professionally done at the dentist, but you know, that's kind of expensive. Just go to like Walmart, or I'll link some on Amazon, you know, the kind that your kids might use to protect their teeth, a mouth guard, and you dip them in the boiling water and then shape them to your teeth. Just get some super inexpensive ones. What you do is you put a little bit of your like Sensodyne toothpaste in there, put them in the trays, put the trays in your mouth, and then when you go take your shower, you know, for 5, 10, 20 minutes, that is going into your teeth to help so that you don't have any sensitivity. So, and that's pretty much it. I don't do anything expensive. I don't do anything crazy to keep my teeth white and healthy. I just wanted to share some of those little tips and tricks, and hopefully they will work for you. If you have any tips or tricks, or if you just wanted to ask me a question or leave a comment, don't forget to leave a comment down below. I'm pretty good about replying to comments if it's within the first day or second day of a video going up. I love hearing from you all. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next video.